Hey there, folks. Vesper is here again. So, Star Wars is finally crawling back to the big screen after 7 damn years with The Mandalorian and Grogu. And yeah, I am a huge Sam Elliott gal. I love that gravelly voice in everything from the Big Lebowski to those old Dodge truck ads. I mean, the dude could read the phone book, and I'd listen. Oh, and don't let me forget about the original Roadhouse movie, as well as him as the Force Ghost Rider in the first Ghost Rider movie. Loved him! Loved him! But, I mean, should this have been there first? Probably not.
Sometimes we choose our path. Other times the path chooses us. Through it all, we keep pushing forward, driven by a deeper purpose, guided by an unseen force. The journey never gets any easier. The bond just gets harder to break. This is the way.
Only in theaters and IMAX May 22nd.
Oh my god. Oh, what is that, man? Tauntaun's pulling a wagon like some Clydesdale beer commercial? Mando and Grogu just vibing in the snow. I sat there and I was thinking, is this selling me a movie or an insurance policy? Or maybe just a crappy American beer. It was weird. I mean, it was kind of tone deaf too. And no pun intended. Well, actually, yes, pun intended. It did leave us all out in the cold, didn't it? Man. Man, they dropped the ball hard during their big comeback spot, didn't they? Well, you know what? Enough whining. They did drop a second trailer. It's better. It's a lot better. But let's roll it real quick. Is it perfect? Is it like, oh my god, I gotta go see this immediately? No. But it's an improvement, so let's watch this one.
Hey, never touch the buttons. I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Gangsters, war criminals.
Long live the Empire.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
This isn't about revenge.
Was it really necessary to set two dudes on fire? Oh, well, that's alright. Still better than the first one.
This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another war.
Strap in.
You will suffer. And then it will be his turn.
Rota the Hutt.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor. The kid will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
Are you scared? You should be.
Do we run? Or do we fight?
I like this kid.
What are you waiting for?
I mean,
Let's save the rest for after dinner.
well, Well, Sigourney Weaver, that's cool. I liked it. She looked good. She looks good. Yep. See, that's more like it. That's more like it. Actual stakes, familiar faces. Grogu being cute, but not the whole show. Oh, thank God, finally. And it feels a little bit more like Star Wars again instead of some weird ad. I mean, the second one actually got me a little bit pumped. I can't say I'm jumping out of my seat, but I'm a little pumped for it. A little bit. But, I mean, here's the thing. Disney is still sweating bullets about the whole thing. So, yeah, there's, Disney is reportedly worried about fan reaction to The Mandalorian and Grogu, but think Star Wars Starfighter is more likely to satisfy. I mean, this is familiar to me. Like, it's a little bit familiar to me. Like, it almost reminds me of like when Superman came out, right? And freaking Guns like, well, I mean, if it doesn't do it as well, even 550 million is a win or whatever. Like even before like it even got to the theaters, he was already like expecting it to fail. Like if your whole shtick as Superman is getting your ass kicked, then yeah, it was a great movie, but no. Anyway, but we're not talking about that. That is an entire different video. So, yeah, so they think it might only pull in the diehard Baby Yoda crowd and not the casuals. So, I mean, is that because the Super Bowl spot tanked as bad? Yeah, who knows? Meanwhile, they're like bullish on this Ryan Gosling Starfighter movie coming in 2027. Ouch. 7 years since the last theatrical Star Wars. And they're worried their big flagship might just be okay for the Grogu fans. But I mean, look, I get it. Like season 3 of Mando left a lot of us scratching our heads. Like Bo-Katan was basically hijacked the show. Like Din felt like a sidekick in his own freaking story. And even Katie Sackhoff, what did she say? She said like it broke her confidence. Like she didn't work for 3 years after that. I mean, it tells you everything about how messy the damn show got, right? But yeah, in my estimation, it's probably 1 or 2 seasons too late for this movie. But we'll see. We'll see. I have some hope. But I mean, that brings me to the bigger picture. And this is like where I am going to separate myself from guys like Nerdrotic or Geeks and Gamers or anybody like that. Because let me tell you something, Dave Filoni's early stuff, it was gold. Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch. I mean, he respected the hell out of the lore, right? So, I mean, he built on what George started, and he made it feel epic without wrecking the originals. I mean, the dude was the executive producer and the writer, like the whole deal. And it was solid, and then the Kennedy era hits, and his live action stuff gets kind of mixed, right? I mean, Mando season 1 and 2 were great. Lone Wolf and Cub, it was kind of simple. I guess heartfelt's a decent word for it. Yeah, but I mean, the Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, I mean, I liked it because, in my opinion, Rosario Dawson carried it. But it was heavy. It was, like, heavy on, like, the homework. If you didn't watch Rebels, you were just kind of lost, Like, you really had to, like, go back and try to figure out who the hell Ahsoka even was. I mean, yeah, so the Grogu reunion right after season 2 felt like it was merchandising rather than something that happened, like, naturally. Or organic is the word I was looking for. I mean, so now here's the shift. It's, January 2026. Kennedy stepped down to just produce, and Filoni gets promoted to the president and CCO with Lin-Wen Brennan as co-president, but handling only the business side. And that's what we have to remember here, the business side. I mean, that's great, actually, when you think about it, separating those two duties, right? The business and the creative. I think it's a good thing. I mean, yeah, Kennedy handpicked them both for a seamless transition, so who knows? Who knows? Good or bad, it is what it is, but I mean, at least there's no more blaming the execs. So Filoni has got the keys now. And I mean, this is where like the Rogue One contrast hits different. You remember Rogue One, right? You remember Jyn Erso? She wasn't like some instant badass. She was like this gritty soldier with a criminal past. She needed the whole damn team. She struggled, she earned every win. There was no force magic. There was no Mary Sue stuff either, right? I mean, that movie respected the legacy. It explained it explained the Death Star flaw, and it made Vader terrifying again. It felt like it was made for the core fans, right? And yeah, I'm gonna drift a little bit into the final three trilogy here. So let's take that, okay? So like Jyn Erso was kind of earned. She wasn't amazing until she was amazing, right? Um, then you compare it to the sequels, right? And like Rey just like mastering everything in 5 minutes, right? Like Luke turning into a bitter hermit who almost kills his nephew. Constant course corrections. There was no plan across all three movies. I mean, it wasn't we hate strong women, right? Plenty of us loved Jyn and Cara Dune back in the day. It was like make the girl bossing feel earned. I mean, we've been saying this for years. Make it feel earned. Stop deconstructing everything we loved just to prop up new heroes. Holdo, the Leah Poppins moment. Leah Poppins, clever, right? I mean, these villains turned into jokes. It all felt like checking boxes instead of like a freaking story. And here's the thing about Filoni. He loves the lore. You know, and if he can simplify, if he can get back to that lone wolf and cub type magic of Mandalorian, you know, avoid that you need to watch these 12 animated shows before you understand what the hell's going on. You know, maybe they can turn the ship around. And I mean, I know like all the YouTubers like Yellow Flash, let me think, Neurotic, Geeks and Gamers, they already say it's cooked. And, you know, your gut instinct, just knowing how Disney has gone, will, you know, it makes you think that, and that, you know, the Variety article doesn't make you feel any better, right? I mean, they think it's already cooked. I don't. But I think this movie is the test. But I'll tell you what, one more olive branch that would help big time, which I know it's not going to happen for this movie, or somebody would have said it, but maybe in the future, bringing back Gina Carano as Cara Dune. I mean, they settled her lawsuit back in August of 2025. Lucasfilm straight up said they look forward to identifying opportunities to work together. Yeah, I mean, that might have just been words, right? But bring her back? That would tell the alienated fans, yeah, we heard you. We heard you. And that would be huge. Because again, like Gina Carano, you know, as Cara Dune, yeah, I know she was the girl boss, but at least she had an implied history, right? She was a shock trooper before she became a mercenary. You know, who was Rey? Rey was a freaking scavenger that outdueled freaking Kylo Ren in the first movie. So, you know, you can't compare the two. Anyway, Pedro Pascal is everywhere these days, right? The Last of Us, Fantastic Four. And I know there was all that press tour touchy-feely stuff. And granted, you know, I'm willing to buy that this was like an anxiety type, a way to deal with his anxiety. I'm willing to buy that. It was a little off-putting for many, I'm sure, the whole touchy-feely stuff. But, yeah, with all this Pedro Pascal recently, yeah, it can cause fatigue, for sure. But, I mean, this is what Hollywood does. They just freaking drive, like, one actor into the ground. Over and over again. Oh, my God. But, you know what? This second trailer's got me thinking they might pull it off. I mean, if Mandalorian and Grogu does just okay, well, actually, maybe a little better than okay. So if you say 700 to 800 million, right? That's probably better than Superman, right? So that's a little bit better than just okay. But if it does that, it proves there's still a floor underneath the Star Wars series, right? You know, if you have focused stories and earned moments with no more of this confusion, And I think like Filoni and like Brennan can like build it from there. But I'm definitely not popping champagne yet, but I am. I am cautiously optimistic. I know that's a weird thing because I am a serial Disney hater. I hate what they did to it. But I think, unlike Star Trek, there is still a very, very slim path back if they turn around right now. I mean, Star Wars spent years turning legacy characters into punchlines, right? And then like new ones into checklists. And this really, honestly, this feels like the first real chance for them to course correct. Will they do it? I hope so. So what do you think? Will it stick the landing or nah? Yeah, hey, you know what? Drop it in the comments. In closing, may the Force be with you, and try not to let Grogu steal your heart again. Peace, my friends. Peace.